So guys, it's Jira Bro back today with kind of a different video because I wanted to record this video a while ago, but I didn't have the access to this product. So I'm actually gonna talk a bit more about the AI because it's something that is kind of revolutionary, that is going to happen in the tech world, and it is how the AI is actually having an impact on a business. And one thing, no, it's not gonna take over the job, and it's not gonna do any of those things. Believe me. So, today's topic, we're gonna be talking about the class in intelligence and chat GPT, right? So we're gonna make differences, and some may say, well, chat GPT can do a lot of more stuff than the Atlassian intelligence itself. My question is, can it really? Because I don't think that ChatGPT is really familiar how the Atlassian ecosystem works when it comes to Jira and when it comes to everything. Anyways, enough of gibberish talk. I just want to go and showcase you some of the features of Atlassian intelligence and how great it is. So, let's say, for example, you're actually working on, creating a ticket or something like that. So, what you actually want to do here? So, first of all, the summary is going to be, I don't know, conduct a stakeholder interview, right? So you're going to click on this, ask Atlassian Intelligence to write or edit anything. So it gives you actually two options in here, to actually brainstorm something and to summarize. This is how the AI basically works. So either in this case, you brainstorm, you give the instructions to AI to brainstorm something or to actually summarize things. So I'm going to click on brainstorm, and he's saying, like, tell me the topic, right? Right. Interview with the stakeholder to identify the feature needs, for example. I'm gonna click this, and the AI is telling me this: conduct a survey, to gather feedback from users about their future needs, analyze customer support tickets and inquiries to identify common feature requests, review competitive products. So all of these things. So you can also go like, tell me what you wanna do next. I'm gonna say, write a sample test case. I'm gonna generate. So it says here, all right, objective: to gather feedback from users about their feature needs. So in here, what is he doing actually is he's continuing to generate the content based on the previous prompt that you gave them. Okay, so, and now it says, all right, so here are the steps, and these are like the expected results and everything. So this is something different. If I wanna say this, I'm just gonna say, insert this, and I'm going to click on create. And when I go for conduct the customer interview, well, he's going to do these things. But what can I do here? I can summarize this. So I can make this much more readable, if you know what I mean. So there you go. So it's really useful because you have those big two features to actually summarize a text and actually brainstorm something. This is a great thing when it comes to writing tickets, when it comes to writing test cases. This is something that is really extraordinary. Now, when it comes to the ChatGPT, um, it's more based on the other much more wide topics. What do I mean by this? So in here, you actually need to know what kind of questions you want to ask and say, for example, I want to become an Atlassian consultant. How can I achieve this? All right. So, and there we go. They're telling you, well, you need to know Jira, you need to know Confluence, you need to do all of these things, and it gives you a lot of information here. So the thing where ChatGPT wins is it's faster than Atlassian Intelligence, but Atlassian Intelligence is much more based on Jira and is also based on Confluence, right? So let me see here if I have the Confluence. Yeah, I do. All right. So I'm going to create a page here. Okay. So how do I begin with this? All right, type AI. All right, I'm going to type for AI. And he's saying, like, you know what? Ask me anything or to write anything. Okay, so I'm gonna brainstorm and I'm gonna say, write an essay with the limit of 500 words about the work productivity, for example. And I'm just gonna let it go. Actually, in here, well, it doesn't really do much because, first of all, I told him, write an essay with the limit of 500 words about about the work productivity, and actually gives you, which is a good thing, gives you the bullet points in here. So this is totally fine. So if I wanna insert this, I'm just gonna click on insert. And I'm gonna type AI again. And you can say, like, find action items, right? So he's going to generate the action items. Why is this really good? For example, you had a meeting, right? And on that meeting, there were some things that were discussed, and I don't know, or Scrum Master or Project Manager or someone else writes everything down on the Confluence page, and in order to save on time, they can actually use these features. So there are actually action items that are listed. No need to manually do the work, which is actually pretty cool. Another thing is, I can go to suggest a title. It says here, maximizing work productivity, strategies, distractions, time management, and more. Right? And he's giving this thing. Now, can I do an AI here? I cannot. All right, so I'm going to type in test in here. Right? So it's the Atlassian Intelligence, it's more geared towards the Atlassian ecosystem itself. ChatGPT is about everything, right? So it's about everything. It's not focused on one single thing. But even though Atlassian Intelligence is actually using the open AI to actually, um, to actually generate this content. So I would I would actually be, with Atlassian Intelligence. I'm starting to use this more and more when on day-to-day work, because there is actually some kind of documentation involved that I'm doing, but I'm not gonna tell which documentation that is, of course. So yeah, um, this this is pretty much it. For the ChatGPT, you have much more options in here, so you can give it to, you know, write an essay with the limit of 500 words about Atlassian, for example. Let's say what's the ChatGPT is going to say. Well, a lot of things. Yep, there you go. He's going with 500 words. I'm not gonna count every word, of course. So this is actually pretty interesting, because you told him to write an essay, he actually done that and return you the results. That's because the ChatGPT was actually a pre-trained, generated a pre-trained transformator, something like that. That is actually based large language model, which actually exists of trained parameters. And I don't know, I think it has like billions of parameters, especially when the versions need to be upgraded, when you have the GPT-4 now in the action. So it is actually something that for sure is going to change the work productivity. But for the Atlassian Intelligence, this is a pretty good job done so far. Alright, that's my review on the Atlassian Intelligence and the ChatGPT. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.